Welcome to SGAT ERC20 token swap module tutorial. This module allows two parties to perform a swap between two ERC20 tokens in complete trust through a secure smart contract. To access this module, simply connect to the SGAT platform, accessible via sgat.io. In our example, we act as a middleman setting up the smart contract for the two parties willing to swap their ERC20 token. To create a smart contract, you must have an Ethereum wallet in order to supply the smart contract with gas. We recommend using MetaMask to proceed with the creation of the smart contract, as our module is compatible with this wallet application. To swap two ERC20 tokens, it is first necessary to enter the details of the said tokens. Let's take the characteristic of token A. The token contract address is the address of the smart contract with which the token A was generated, the one that party A wishes to swap. Our system verifies that the smart contract address of the token that has been inserted is valid and that its smart contract is compliant. On the next line, amount of tokens, amount required for the swap, you must insert the number of tokens that A wishes to swap with B. Finally, the third line, wallet will receive token B, corresponds to the wallet of A on which he wishes to receive the tokens of A. The same thing is done for the section regarding token B. The smart contract of token B is inserted in the first line, the number of B tokens to be swapped in the second line, and the address of the wallet receiving the A tokens is inserted in the third line. We then added a vesting section, which allows you to define a precise schedule for the distribution of tokens A and B. For example, it can be defined that a first swap will take place on a specific date. Here, December 17, 2018, equivalent to 50% of all tokens. Then, that on December 24, 2018, 20% will then be distributed. And finally, that the remaining 30% will be distributed on January 22, 2019. There are no limits to the number of vesting dates. It is important to note that each fixed vesting date implies that a call to action must be made on the set date, i.e. the person who created the smart contract must manually activate the smart contract clause in order for the distribution to be triggered. This is why we added an intermediary section, in which the wallet of the intermediary and the fee charged for its services has to be inserted. This intermediary must be a neutral party, a trusted third party, whose role will be to create the smart contract and to transcribe the agreements between A and B, as well as to activate the distribution of both tokens according to the agreed vesting dates. This intermediary could be, for example, the advisor of the swap transaction. If necessary, SGAT can also act as an intermediary. Just contact us, we will be happy to set up the smart contract for you and ensure its proper execution. As for the payment of the fees, there is the possibility to choose to automatically deduct the fees from the number of tokens to be swapped, or to add the fees over the number of tokens. When the smart contract is ready, simply click on Create Contract. The section summarizing the transaction is automatically generated above the Create Contract button. Once clicked on the button, a new window will then appear, with SGAT web application asking access to your MetaMask application, in order to feed the smart contract via your Ethereum wallet and deploy it. Once deployed, the smart contract address will be provided, which allows you to easily check it on any Ethereum blockchain explorer like etherscan.io. It is important to note that the module does not keep your private key in any case. This is why when setting vesting dates, the smart contract cannot be activated automatically, but must be manually activated through a call to action on the day. Now, let's feed the newly deployed smart contract with tokens A and B by sending to it the required amount of both tokens. As displayed, the wallet of party A will send 10 tokens A to the smart contract. MetaMask will automatically calculate the transaction fee depending on the parameter you choose. We recommend the fastest. Then, the wallet of party B will send 10 tokens B to the smart contract. Please note that the smart contract can receive tokens A and B from several wallets and not specifically from only one wallet. You will be able to execute the smart contract once the required amount of tokens A and B to be received has been reached. You can easily check the details of the smart contract and if the requirements have been met through the section Search Contract by entering its address. You can also double-check that the transfer of tokens A and B has been done on the Ethereum Blockchain Explorer. Once the requirements to proceed with the execution of the smart contract have been met, a Swap Token button will be available, allowing you to proceed with payment of the transaction to execute the smart contract. Checking on the Blockchain Explorer, we can see the different transactions triggered by the execution of the smart contract. The first distribution according to the vesting parameters and the payment of the fees. Checking the wallets of A and B, we can also see that they received the respective number of tokens. In the event of an error on the smart contract, or simply cancellation, the trusted third party will have the option to terminate the smart contract. In this case, the tokens will automatically be sent back to each of the parties, without the swap or remaining swaps having taken place. For any question or need for assistance, just write us an email at contact@sgat.io.